let's get into something that I've wanted to talk about for a while. It's going to come off as complaining, but I really am worried about the younger generation and getting into drugs and specifically just young sponsored athletes because I've seen a cycle, and it is not a healthy cycle, but it is continuing to happen. And it's continuing to lead these young kids, not just men, but majority men, into success or the beginnings of success. So let's go into what the cycle is, okay? So the first part of the cycle is using PEDs, whether it be just SARMs, whether it be testosterone, or, it doesn't matter. But using PEDs of some type to obviously enhance your muscular appearance. Okay, second step is posting and gaining following because of your appearance, okay? So obviously social media is the wave of the future. Social media is not slowing down anytime soon, so things like Instagram obviously are huge. You posting your muscular physique on Instagram, gaining a following, and then leading to the third step, which is getting sponsored, okay? All these athletes, whether it be they're being sponsored by Gymshark or Vanquish, or, you can name a handful of others that are sponsoring these young, enhanced athletes, okay? So that third leads to them eventually branching off and making their own business, okay? So that's step 4 for the influencer, fitness model, whatever you want to call them at this point. But these young kids branching off, eventually making their own, whether it be clothing line or, diet plans, coach plans, whatever it's going to be. It seems to be a vicious cycle that's working for a whole lot of people. Now, the purpose of this video, if you're watching, is not to say, go out and do this.
Do it! Just do it!
Follow that plan exactly. But what I hate to see as just, somebody who's in the industry, somebody who's training, and obviously on social media as well, is following these kids, which they are kids. They're usually 17 to 21, 22 years old when they get into this. And following that exact same path, the using PEDs, the gaining the following, to the sponsorship, to the branching off and starting their own business. But then after that, after step 4, which is branching off and making your own business, you need to keep up that appearance. So in order to keep up their unrealistic appearance, they need to continue using the drugs. And what they're not seeing is the long-term effect, okay? And so we can look at the long-term effect in some of these people, and I'm not going to name names, but because of this constant use, they're obviously needing to, if they're smart, they're getting checkups, they're going to the doctor regularly, and they need to keep up this kind of superhero appearance to not only sell what they're selling, but to continue to obviously keep their sponsorships and whatnot. And it's sad. It's sad. So it's a cycle I feel like we need to talk about more. And you may be Shane, you're just hating on them. You don't like that they're more successful than you. And straight up, you're damn right. Because I've seen this cycle of 4 things repeat consistently. And I know people like Greg Doucette and other people will be like, oh, well, they're in the top 1% genetics. And that is probably true. There are tons of people who take PEDs who look like absolute garbage. But PEDs are going to help. They are going to help you not only with your lifts, but just your overall appearance in general, okay? Typically, if you're putting the work in, you're having some type of diet, you are going to look substantially better with PEDs if you're putting the work in. So tell me what you all think about this cycle. I thought it just was notable. It was something to obviously mention because I just keep seeing these young kids continuing this cycle, and it all starts with the drugs. It starts with the drugs. Even after like a year of tour training, they just hop on and then they're noticed. And then the sponsors grab them. And then because of the last 2 steps, they need to continue the drug usage. Even if they maybe that didn't intend for that. Maybe they just intended for number 2, the following, the notoriety. They need to continue the drug usage now. And they most likely, in a lot of cases, have done permanent damage to their natural hormones to where they can't produce them naturally anymore. So they will have to be on TRT or something similar to that for the rest of their life to make them just function as a normal male adult, in most cases, obviously, with men being the particular people who are in this cycle. So tell me what you guys think. Drop some comments. If you think I'm just a hater, go ahead, comment your opinion below. But it's something that I'm seeing way too much of, and honestly, the cycle is going to continue to repeat because the fact is, people, it's working. And in no way, shape, or form am I telling anyone to go out and do this process. Obviously, I don't condone that. It's not healthy, but it's working. So what are you going to do? Anyway, guys, stay safe, stay COVID-free. See you soon.